Hey everyone! Welcome back to Multiverse Decode. Exactly 1 year before Spider-Man 4 hits theaters, filming has already begun. The clock is ticking, and the script problems? Yeah, they're well known. And after Marvel's recent failures, the hype was lukewarm at best. So what did the studio do? Go all in. Even with the smallest scraps of footage, they managed to drop one of the most powerful announcements in recent months. A Punisher with anti-Hulk weapons. A Hulk gone completely rogue. 2 brand new suits for Tom Holland. And an absurd number of villains. And that's just scratching the surface. We've got big and small reveals to break down. And we'll get into them all in the next few minutes. So hit that like button and let's get started. Let's begin with the big 3. Hulk, Punisher, and Spidey. But the real questions? They're both about Punisher. First, how does he even stand a chance power-wise? Second, how the hell does he even fit into the tone of this movie? Believe it or not, Marvel already has answers, and they're coming from media outlets big and small. First up, the tone. No, Marvel's not planning to tone him down. He'll be brutal. He'll be unhinged. He'll be exactly the version fans remember. But that doesn't mean R-rated. Marvel's sticking to PG-13. And yeah, that disappointed a lot of people. But look at Christopher Nolan. He gave us a violent, terrifying Joker in The Dark Knight, all within a PG-13 rating. The trick? Violence doesn't have to mean blood. Sometimes true brutality is shown in what's implied, not what's seen. And that's exactly the direction they're going for here. But the bigger issue? Power levels. The Punisher is way out of his league against Hulk, right? But let's be honest, Punisher is nowhere near Spider-Man's level. And definitely not Hulk's. Both of them could eat him for breakfast. So, how is Marvel fixing that? According to insiders, with tech upgrades. Remember that tank we spotted in set photos? The one we broke down in our last video? Rumor has it, Punisher's the one driving it. And that's just the start. They're giving him a whole arsenal. Tasers, lasers, maybe even satellites. Basically, pulling a Mysterio, putting him on equal footing with Spidey and Hulk through technology. Now, about that red logo we saw on the vehicle. Last time, we thought it was tied to the inner demons from Mr. Negative's crew in the comics. But now, fans point out, in recent comics, Punisher's been given a brand new Asian-style Omni logo, and it looks a lot like what we saw. Still, that tank? Probably not his. It's got a serial number, DD-9, which screams damage control, the same organization Vulture worked for. And honestly, adding Mr. Negative this early feels inevitable. On set in Glasgow, the tank was spotted rolling through the streets, swinging its turret around, police tailing it the whole way. Then Spider-Man swings in, pulls Punisher out of the driver's seat. Classic Frank Castle energy. And no, their first meeting won't be friendly, just like in the comics, and as reported by THR. Later, they'll team up, and it looks like their target will be one of Hulk's more dangerous versions. But which one? Most sources are betting on Savage Hulk, the fully out-of-control, almost endlessly strong version. In the comics, this guy's an Avengers-level threat. If that happens, there's a real risk we get a Captain America 4-style mismatch. Heroes who clearly can't win. And given the grounded, street-level tone of Spider-Man 4, another possibility makes more sense. Joe Fixit. If you don't know, Joe Fixit is the Gray Hulk. Originally, Stan Lee wanted Hulk to be gray, but printing issues turned him green. That color glitch became a feature, leading to blue, red, black, and other Hulks, including the one we're talking about. Joe Fixit is Bruce Banner's gangster alter ego. Clever, selfish, and sometimes highly immoral. Joe Fixit isn't just different in color. He's all about style, sharp suits, mafia vibes. In the comics, He's sometimes a high-stakes enforcer, other times knee-deep in organized crime. The big twist? He's way weaker than the regular Green Hulk. His strength actually changes with the phases of the moon. Sure, he still powers up when angry, but nowhere near the level of the classic Hulk. And honestly, that makes him perfect for a soft reboot of Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, a character that's been spinning its wheels in Phase 4. 1 minute, he's a rage monster teasing World War Hulk. The next, he's a wholesome family guy. And then he's just Bruce again. Like with Kang, Marvel could simply flip the switch and restart his arc. That's why Joe Fixit feels like a fantastic choice for Spider-Man 4. There's also another possibility, and it's a little bittersweet. Hulk could take on the same role that Tony Stark and Doctor Strange once did for Peter, becoming his new mentor, giving advice, guiding him, maybe even fighting alongside him in the final battle. It makes sense given their history, but also feels kind of tired. Tom Holland's Spider-Man has already had too many superhero babysitters. Brand New Day was supposed to be about a clean slate, breaking old ties. Plus, Bruce Banner doesn't even know Peter's secret identity. Still, not impossible. Because in the 2020 Immortal Hulk run, after Mephisto erased everyone's memory of Peter, Hulk somehow still recognized him. Why? Because Mephisto only erased Bruce Banner's memories. The radioactive monster living inside him, with multiple personalities, wasn't affected. At the time of the spell, Bruce was in control, and Hulk remembered. That comic had a lot of fun Peter-Hulk banter, and some fans believe we could see parts of it adapted for the film. Sadly, there's some bad news too. According to recent reports, Jacob Batalon's role has been heavily reduced, while Zendaya will still get plenty of screen time. 178 million followers on social media. That's no joke. And, like it or not, she's Tom Holland's wife. Why Marvel wants Zendaya is crystal clear. Why this movie, supposedly about a fresh start, needs her, still a mystery. Of course, no one's going to undercut the emotional punch of No Way Home. Most likely, Zendaya will get her own side plot, functioning as an independent character. But still, how does she fit into a Spider-Man film that's all about moving forward? No clear answer yet. Let's focus on the good stuff. The suit design. Or maybe, suits, plural. The one Tom wore in the teaser, and the one spotted on set? Not the same. Not surprising. By now, Holland's Peter has already gone through 9 different suits in the MCU. And knowing Marvel, they won't stop at just one this time, especially if it sells toys. Rumor has it, the new suit's simplicity means it will literally tear apart in fights, becoming a running gag throughout the film. Peter will have to keep tweaking and upgrading it. Some fans think this cheapens his image. After all, we can picture Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield instantly from their iconic suits. Still, Holland's latest design looks both fresh and comic accurate. Speaking of designs, what about Scorpion? Michael Mando recently posted a photo of his 1994 animated series Scorpion action figure, and it really looks like Marvel might finally embrace the colorful comic book version. In the past, studios shied away from pure comic designs. Costumes were toned down to look realistic. Even Garfield's Rhino was just a mech suit. Then James Gunn came along, put Superman back in the trunks, gave the Justice League their unapologetic comic outfits, the kind Hollywood once considered silly. And it worked. Now Fantastic Four is going classic. Even the upcoming X-Men, Doomsday, promises the bright yellow suits. So maybe, just maybe, Spider-Man 4 will give us a Scorpion that isn't just another armored super soldier in muted tones, but the toxic green, slightly ridiculous, yet instantly eye-catching comic book version. Oh, and one more rumor. Venom might show up. And like in some of the comics, his host could be MacGargan. Even in this case, we're in for even more psychedelia and unconventional visuals. Because Spider-Man is clearly following in other footsteps of James Gunn. This means breaking all the comic book movie rules and cramming in as many villains as the screen can possibly hold. Gunn broke the mold in Superman, and now, in Spider-Man 4, it looks like they'll be throwing in new villains every 5 minutes of screen time. Honestly, that's not a bad thing, especially with a street-level setting where Peter realistically runs into trouble almost every night. Now, let's talk about the main villain. Traditionally, Marvel announces the big bad alongside the start of filming, often played by a big-name actor for promo hype. But this time, radio silence, which is unusual. The leading candidate still seems to be Mr. Negative. We've seen his gang's logo on the tank, his tease in No Way Home, and the legal limitations on using Kingpin. Everything points to Martin Lee, and we'll be shocked if Marvel goes with anyone else. On the bright side, the movie could be fantastic. Tom Holland wasn't lying. On day one of filming, his stunt double was spotted practicing web swinging through New York. Lots of practical effects are planned, meaning the visuals will be rich and realistic, something previous films lacked when even the costumes were CG. And finally, a self-reliant Spider-Man, scraping by while saving New York on a daily basis. Our expectations? Sky high. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Multiverse Decode. That's all for now. See you next time, friends.